but at the same time, it is not real also. So this is the condition. It is neither real nor unreal. It is in between. Therefore, it is an apparent existence. Like our dream. Dream you cannot say non-existent because you are seeing it. At the same time, on waking up, it disappears. Therefore, you cannot say it is real. So, this is exactly like this. This creative world also, we cannot say it is real or unreal. It has an apparent existence. So, it is a free from that Maya, Svena, and it exists on its own power. That Brahman in whom there is no illusion. Then question is, where is this world? Yatra Trisargo Mrisha. All these three worlds are where it is shining. Even though it is illusion, but appears to be real. The world, however much logically we establish that it is unreal, do we accept that? Nobody will accept it, it is unreal. Swamiji, you can say from the platform, but then this world is a solid reality. So this is our experience. Why it is so? It is because it is supported by real truth. It is something like, it is real because truth is behind this illusion. It is something like, Swamiji used to give us an example. Suppose you buy a fake Rolex watch, Taiwan made, $25 Rolex watch. Suppose that the Rolex watch, the fake Rolex watch is owned by, let us say, Bill Gates. Bill Gates is wearing that. And suppose there is a real Rolex watch, he has paid solid dollar, like 20,000 or whatever dollar he paid. And it is owned by a poor man. Like any one of us, we are not poor, but say a poor man, let us say. A poor man is wearing that. What will be your understanding? So a person who is wearing the real Rolex watch, what do you think? It must be fake, isn't it? And Bill Gates is wearing a fake Rolex watch. What is your understanding? It must be real. Why? He can afford it. So, the reality of the thing is determined by who is wearing it. Now, here also, this unreal world is owned by whom? It is real truth. So that truth is behind it. Therefore, we cannot say it is unreal. Tejo vari mridam. Like he gives an example, just as a mirage water or any shining surface taken for silver. Like, famous story, Duryodhana, and in the Indraprastha, a beautiful palace, when he was going and looking for it, and what happened? He mistook the floor for real carpet and then jumped into a lake or a swimming pool. So like that, the mirage water also, because of the reflection of the sunlight, Tejo vari. Tejas means here it is sun. Sun reflection mistaken for a pool of water. Tejo vari mridam. Actually, if you go near, there is no water, only sand is there. The same way, just as mirage water, that is the condition, that is the nature of this creation. Janmadhyasya yataha, from whom creation, Janma Adi, Asya Yataha. Yataha, from whom the whole creation has come. What is that? The Yatova imani bhutani jayante. This Janmatyasya Yataha is a sutra taken from Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra's second sutra is Janmatyasya Yataha. This particular sutra analyzes the Upanishad Vakyas. The Upanishad Vakya, especially here in Taittiriya Upanishad, Yatova imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti. This particular mantra is analyzed by the sutra. So, Janma Adi. So, Janma means Janma, Sthiti, Laya. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. So, from whom creation, sustenance and dissolution emerge, that Brahman we meditate. Dhimahi. Janmatyasya. Why do you say that? Anvayat. It is not that after creation Bhagavan has gone to sleep and let it run on its own. No. He says Anvayat. Because it permeates. It is not just relax. It is not inert. It is said Artheshu Abhitnyaha. This Tene Brahmahrida. So the omniscient. Artheshu Abhitnyaha means it is omniscient. It is, that consciousness is permeating, continuously present in the creation. It is not that creation is separate and Paramatma is separate. He is continuously present in every atom of this creation. Tene Brahmahrida. That Brahman means here Vedas. Brahma, Brahma Saptaha also means Veda. Here it means Veda. Brahma Hridaya, Adi Hridaye. So, Tene Brahma Hrida. So, that Vedas, Brahma, the heart of Vedas, Adi Kavaye, by whose grace Brahmaji learned, or by whom all the Vedas were revealed to Brahmaji, about which Mukhyanti Yat Surayaha. All Devas, even the Devas are confused. So he from whom the creation, sustenance and dissolution of the universe take place, who is both the material and instrumental cause, who is omniscient, who is the only one having self-mastery, being the one independent entity, who illumined the mind of Brahma with the Vedic revelation, whose wisdom is the wonder of even to the greatest sages or devatas, in whom the world, the manifestation of three gunas, subsist in reality without in the least affecting him. Just as the combinations of material elements like fire, water, earth subsist in their own causes without changing their elemental nature, in whose light of consciousness there is no place for anything else false. On that truth supreme we meditate. That is the meaning of this particular verse. It is the whole essence of our Upanishads. Janmatyasya yadonnayadidaradachartesha vityaswarat tene brahma hridaya adi kavaye mukhyanti yat suryaha tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatratti sargo mrsha dhamna svena sada nirastaguham satyam param dhimahi. We meditate through the whole Bhagavatam. What is that? We are meditating upon that truth. In a story form. Story form, it is easy to meditate. Otherwise, if you ask to meditate upon the Lord with giving you a name, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, after a few minutes you get tired, isn't it? You start looking at the mala, how many more left? So, but here, if you listen to Bhagavad Katha, you never get tired. It will be easier to meditate. Then second verse, Dharma prochita kaita votra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatrayonmulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite Kim va Pareirishwaraha Sadyo Hridyavarudyate Trakritibihi Shushrushu Vittakshanad. What is the subject matter of Bhagavatam? The theme is set in Bhagavatam itself. In the second verse, Dharma is written here. Dharma projita kaidavotra paramo. Param dharma. So dharma is interpreted as so many ways. In Bhagavad Gita also, dharma is the topic. So what is dharma? Samanya dharma, Vishesha dharma. Then this Samanya dharma is very applicable to all people, all countries, all human beings. Everyone has to follow. That is called Samanya dharma. So like Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara Ityadi, there are certain instructions are there. These are all applicable to all of us. It is not peculiar to a particular country or religion, etc. But there are Vishesha dharmas, special dharmas which are applicable to certain country, geometrical condition or climate condition, etc. Certain things are changes. That is called the Vishesha dharmas. Then all of them, why we are doing it, no, it can be interpreted as our duties also. So there is also there are Nitya karma, Naimittika dharma, karma, the Prayachchitta karma, the Kamya karma, Ityadi, Nisiddha karma. These are also part of dharma only. Our duties also part of dharma. But all of them, why are we doing it? For what? Antakarana Shuddhi. For after gaining Antakarana Shuddhi, what is our ultimate goal? That is called Param Dharma. Param Dharma is the ultimate goal of human life. What is Param Dharma? Attaining Godhood. That is called Param Dharma. This we will be seeing it very often in this particular Bhagavatam. So many places it will be highlighted. So Paraha, here Dharma is written here, Supreme Dharma, Paraha, that Dharma which lead you to Moksha is given here. This is the main topic of this Bhagavatam, that Dharma which lead you to Bhagavan ultimately. So Projita Kaitava, given up all ambition, means Kutilata. Given up all ambition, Kutilataha, Nirmatsaranam Sadam, very important value. What is that? Nirmatsara, one who is not, what you call that, Matsarya Bhavaha, pure-hearted person, competitive spirit. Why he is doing, I must also do it, that kind of thing. So free from all jealousy. Such a mind. Param Dharma is for those who are free from Matsara, means jealousy. Vedyam Vastu, the thing to be known. There are so many things we want to know in this world, but all those things, whatever you come to know, finally you understand it is useless, isn't it? It never gives you any satisfaction. Yeah, if you open that YouTube, so many news are there, isn't it? So many news comes. After all, after listening to the whole thing, what do you feel? Hey, what is the use of listening to this? You feel that. But what is the thing that you should know in this world? Vedyam Vastavam, the real thing. Shivadam also blesses you with auspiciousness. What is that? Not only that, Tapatrayon Mulanam, all three miseries are removed. There are three types of miseries comes. What is the Adi Devikam, Adi Bhautikam, Adhyatmikam. These are the three levels of disturbance comes to us. What is that? One is from the hands of God, like lightning, thunder, earthquake, etc. That we have no control. And also disturbance comes from surroundings also. And when you are sitting here for listening to Bhagavatam, at that time, surrounding there are so many dogs are barking, then you get disturbed. You can't stop the dog also. You can't say, dog, shut up and all that. You can't say, it is not going to stop. It is, no, you know the source, but you have no control over it. They call Adi Bhautikam. Then all those things are quite calm, but then from within your mind, it will say, I don't know why I came and sat here unnecessarily, and the Swamis keep on talking, something that I don't understand. Why? The mind will give you some doubt. So these are the disturbances. So all those tapatreha, all three miseries are removed. So knowing which all these three miseries are removed, knowing which it gives you auspiciousness. No, and what is that Vedyam Vastu? The thing to be known is this Paramatma. So, Mahamuni, Narayana Bhagavan, first revealed this truth to Brahmaji. Sadhyo Hriti Avarudhyate. Immediately caught in the heart permanently. And this dharma means this teaching, the teaching first given by Narayana himself to Brahmaji. Then that Narayana Parampara, this knowledge has come down. So Narayanam Patmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktinja Tatputra Parasharam Vyasam Sukham Gaudapatam Mahantam Govinda Yogendra Madasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Madasya Padmapadanja Hastamaragam Sishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakaramanyat Asmat Kurum Santadamanadosmi. So this is the Guru Parampara, Narayana Parampara. Then other Parampara also there is Sadashiva Samarambham, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. So these are the two Paramparas. One is Narayana Parampara here because we are talking about Bhagavatam. So first Narayana gave it to Brahmaji, Brahmaji gave it to Vasishta, Vasishta gave it to his son Shakti, Shakti gave it to his son Parashara, Parashara gave it to Vyasa, Vyasa gave it to Shukamaharshi, Shukamaharshi gave it to Gaudamadacharya, Gaudamadacharya gave it to Govinda Bhagavatacharya, Govinda Bhagavatacharya gave it to Shankaracharya, and Shankaracharya gave it to his disciples, Padmapada, Hastamalaga Ityadi. And this parampara only your immediate Guru stands. So your prostration to your immediate Guru, finally go to Narayana. And Mahamuni, Narayana Bhagavan, first revealed to Brahmaji. Sadhyo Hridi Avarudhyate. And it is immediately caught in the heart permanently. And once this knowledge has dawned into your heart, what are the benefit? Dharma, Bhakti, Jnanam. You will gain this Bhakti and Jnanam, both will come to you. Immediately you will be caught in that. For you should listen to this for gaining Dharma, Bhakti, Jnanam. Now here in this verse, Atra, 3 times used. In this Bhagavata alone, you get all this. That is the idea. Only by listening to Bhagavat, one get Dharma, Jnanam, Bhakti and Moksham. All of them you can get by just listening to Bhagavat. Third verse is very famous. Nikamakalpataror galitam phalam Sukhamukhat amrutatrava samyutam Pipada Bhagavatam rasamalayam Mukuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. It is a call to all Bhagavata rasikas. We have Bhojana rasikas are there. We have Sangeeta Rasikas also there. Then Nritya Rasikas also there. Here, all Bhagavata Rasikas. Galitam Palam. Really ripened fruit in the tree. That is called Bhagavatam. Shuka Mukhad. Now it is said when a fruit is ripened, a parrot come and peck it. If it is pecked by a parrot, it is considered the best, sweetest fruit. Now here, Shuka Maharshi is compared here with a parrot. So this Bhagavatam has come from the mouth of Shuka Maharshi. So it has become sweeter. Pipata, drink. Now it is said, how can you drink a fruit? This fruit is something that nothing is to be rejected. There is no seed in this. It is seedless fruit. Rasam, essence. O Rasikas, please come and drink the nectar of the fruit of the tree of the Vedas, flowing from the mouth of the great parrot, that is Sri Shuka, perched on that tree of wisdom and pecking at its fruits. Hridya avarudyate, caught in the heart. See, that reminds a story that is Surdas. He was a blind saint, poet. He was going to his house in the night. It became dark. And at that time, he was searching for, he knows the ways, even though he was blind, but he knows how to go. But he was struggling because it has become dark. So, Bhagavan Krishna came to help him. And then the way the Krishna was telling Baba this way, that way, he understood it is Krishna. Now he tried to catch him. But Krishna is nutcut. He never allowed him to catch. So at that time Surdas says, see, to avoid a blind man, it is easy for you. But let me see whether you can get out of my heart. I caught you in my heart. Let me see whether you can get out of my heart. Like that, there is a bhajan he wrote in that way. So the Hirdi Avarudyate reminds me of that particular topic. So these are the three Vandana slokas. This we will chant every day. So I will give you that, will get you that. Now we start. As you saw yesterday, Naimisharanya, the Sanakadrish, Naimishe, Nimishakshetre, Shaunakadeya, Satram Surgaya Lokaya, Sahasra Samabhasata, Sahasra Samamasata, Ta Egadatu Munaya Pradar Huta Hudakneyaha, Satkritam Sudamasinam Paprachu Ida Adarad. Naimishe Nimishakshetre, in Naimisharanya, that place where our mind become quiet, or Animishaha, the Lord who is beyond time. When our mind is fixed on Him, that particular place, where our wheel of our mind stops, in that Naimisharanya, Shaunakad rishis performing a great satra lasting for 1,000 years, there where Suta, the Purana Vakta, was received by the rishis and requested him to clear their doubt on a few questions. So these rishis are going to ask 6 questions. And the answer to that 6 question is mainly this Bhagavatam. What is that? Pumsam ekantada shreyaha. What is the absolute good to all being? What is the essence that we should know? What is Shreyas? Pumsam ekantada Shreyaha. Shreyas word is used in Gita also. What is absolute good? Physical level, mental level, intellectual level, all the three levels. What is good? Physical level, everybody want to be healthy, isn't it? Mental level, everybody want to be peaceful. This is what we want. Whatever we earn or make in our life, ultimately what is that we seek? Peace of mind, isn't it? Nothing else is important. So that is required by whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu or whatever be your religious faith, all of us want that peace of mind, healthy body, etc. So this is called absolute good. So this is what they are asking. What is that ekantata shreyaha? What is the absolute good to all beings? Then second question is, why did Lord take avatar as Devaki Sutta? What is the purpose of his avatar? Third one, what are all the karmas he performed? Then Sutaji was looking at the Shaunaka Rishi. You ask as though you don't know this. Because it's not that they don't know, they are still asking. They say, Vayam tu na pitrupyamaha uttama shloka viprame. We want to hear again and again because rasatnyaha. So the same song you like, you want to hear once more, isn't it? Swadu swadu kshane kshane. It is so enjoyable, therefore we are asking again and again to repeat the story. Then the fourth question is, speak to us of the Lord's Leela Avataras. Then fifth question is, especially those sports of Lord Krishna along with Balarama. Then the sixth one is, Dharmaha Kam Sharanam Gataha. Where did Dharma seek refuge after the departure of Lord from this earth? Now, Sutaji says, before that he remembers, before answering that he remembers Shuka Maharshi. Yam pravrajandamanupetamapetagrityam dvaipayano virahakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo vinudu sarva tam sarvabhodahridayam munimanatosmi yasvanubhavamakilas sutisaramegamadhyatmadipamatitirshadam tamondam samsarinam karunayaha puranaguhyam tam vyasasonumupayami kurumbhuninam narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye punayasadu prishtoham bhavatbhir lokasankalam lokamangalam yatkrita krishna samprashnaha enatma suprasidati savai pumsam parodharmo yato bhakti adhokshaye ahaidukya pradhyata yatatma samprasidati vasudeve bhagavati bhakti yoga prayojitaha janayatyasu vairakyam jnanam cha yatahaitukam. So this is first answer. Question Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yogaha Prayojitaha. This is the answer to the first question. First question was Pumsam Ekantada Shreyaha. What is the absolute good to all being? He says Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojidaha. The highest duty of man consists of doing that which generates devotion, bhakti to the Supreme Being, means Lord Krishna. So, whatever that method you use, kenapi margena manakrishne vijayate. That is the idea. So, this is what was given to, job was given to Narada. Somehow you bring people mind to Bhagavan Krishna. That was the teaching. So here also, the Sudaji says, the highest duty of man consists, we have so many duties, but the highest duty is that gives you peace, is only turn towards the Lord. That alone will give you Shashwata Shanti. Then he says, karma performed is a waste if it does not generate devotion to the Lord. Dharma sunushtita pumsam vishwaksena kathasyaha notpadayetyadi ratim shramayevahi kevalam. So all the karmas performed, rituals, etc. you perform, without generating bhakti in the mind towards Bhagavan, it is a waste of effort. Dharma, then there is a discussion about dharma, artha, kama and moksha, chaturvida purusharthas. These are the fourfold purusharthas. What is dharma? Dharma means rhythm. The simple, direct meaning is rhythm, harmony, symphony. Suppose there is an orchestra, all the instruments are playing according to the tune of the conductor. Then there is a symphony. Suppose one violin make a wrong sound, it is called adharma. So, dharma is a harmony, symphony. You can see in the whole creation, there is a harmony. The entire globe, entire creation, you see, all the planets are moving according to a certain discipline, isn't it? It is not transgressing their particular route, whatever orbit they are going, they are not going to transgress it. Sun is at the right distance, moon is also at the right distance. None of them are changing their course. All of them are functioning according to certain law. And that law is called dharma. Now here he says, so what happened to us is in our life, we take means for goal and goal for means. This is where we make mistakes. So here he gives a very beautiful interpretation. Artha, generally artha means wealth, prosperity. We think that it is meant for enjoyment. He says no, artha is meant for doing dharma. Dharma or sadhana. Generally we think that we practice dharma means rituals, puja, social service, etc. We practice dharma for what? Gaining prosperity, isn't it? This is what we think. But that is not what it is. Dharma or sadhana are not meant for prosperity or money. Dharma is meant for moksha. Total freedom from all bondages. Purpose of wealth is not for pleasure. It is to be used for doing good to the society. Then what is the use of living? People ask this question. So one person went to a doctor looked at him and said, you should not take this, you should not take this. There are so many don'ts were there. Then he looked at the doctor, said, then why should I live? जीने का मतलब क्या है? What is the point living? Yeah, the same way here, what is the purpose then? See, money is not for pleasure. Money is only for doing good to the society, dharma. And dharma is for what? Gaining moksha. So what about kama, pleasure? So he says, kama, the need of enjoyment is not to satisfy one's own senses, but to maintain one's body and life. And life is for knowing the truth. Now the question is, how to develop bhakti? Next question. He says, go on a pilgrimage. But what happened is, not like we do for taking a, what you call pilgrim, 15 days tour we take, some conducted tours are there. People, what happened in that, they get tired because that agent packed you with so many programs. And you keep on clicking photos. Then afterwards coming back and look at the photos and you forget where it is taken. So that is not the purpose of the yatra, the Tirtha Yatra. Tirtha Yatra, he says, we should seek devotees of Lord in every Punya Kshetra. And there you should spend some time with them, have the benefit of satsang with them. Because when we listen to the stories of the Lord enter your heart through your ears, and He cleans up your heart, for He cannot sit in a dirty place. Now through this Bhakti Yoga, Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi. Harat means self, I am in this body. So what is the Hridaya Granthi? The knot of the heart. This body is me. This is the knot of our heart. It has to be cut asunder. This is Atma, is the knot of ignorance. I consider I am this body is the knot. And that knot, that naughty thought is to be removed, and that is possible through bhakti to Vasudeva. So, he answered 2 questions. Now the third question is avataras. What are the incarnation of Bhagavan? In Bhagavatam, there are 24 avatars. Generally, avatara means, Vishnu avatara means, Dashavatara is very important. Especially for people, Bharatanatyam people, the Dashavatara is very important. But here we have 24 avatars. I will give you the name, you just listen to it, itself is Punya, they say. So, first one is Brahmaji, second one is Sanat Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumaras. They remained celibate. Then Varaha Avatar lifted earth from water. Then Marada Devarshi Avatar. Then Naranarayana, Rishis. And that Naranarayana himself became Krishna and Arjuna later. Then Kapila Muni, Dattatreya Bhagavan gave Anuchi Vidya, Brahma Vidya to Prahlada. Then Yajna Avatar, then Rishabhadeva, then Prithu, the king, then Matsyavatara, Kashyap Avatara. In Bhagavatam, Matsyavatara comes much later, okay? Generally, Dashavatara, Matsya Kurma Varaha comes. So Matsya comes first. Here, Bhagavatam, Matsya comes much later. Then Kashyapa, that is tortoise. Then Dhanvantari came out of the ocean with Amrit. Then Mohini. Mohini is among these 24 avatars. Mohini is not the one worshipped, okay? Because it deludes you. The purpose of Mohini avatara to delude. We are already in delusion. We don't want to get more delusion. So we don't worship Mohini. Then Narasimha, then Vamana Avatara, then Parshurama Avatara, then Sri Rama and Vyasa. Vyasa is also an Amsa Avatara of Bhagavan Vishnu, then Balarama, then Sri Krishna, then Buddha. So in Bhagavatam, Buddha is also considered Bhagavan's Avatara, and where he will be born. In future tense it is given, because this was, Vyasa Bhagavan has given this Bhagavatam 5,000 years ago, so therefore Buddha came much later. So you will see in Bhagavatam, it is given in future tense, that Buddha will be born, where in North Bihar, etc., son of Ajana. Then Vishnu Yasha, that is Kalki. Kalki is the 24th Avasara. In Sambalpur village, he will be born in Sambalpur in Orissa. In 12th canto, you will see the mention of Chandragupta Maurya also. All these are given when? Long time ago, before they. Even Chanakya's name is given there. So you can see, the rishis can see future with their inner vision. All these are partial avataras. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. All powers of the Lord is manifest in Lord Krishna. Sri Rama and Sri Krishna lived longer on earth to establish dharma. Krishna Bhaktas, they will say, only Bhagavan Krishna is complete Purnavatara. That doesn't mean Rama is not Purnavatara, okay? Because he was born in Surya Vamsha. Surya has got 12 kalas, 12 months, 12 kalas. Whereas Krishna was born in Soma Vamsha. Soma is moon. Moon has got 16 kalas. So therefore, he has got more kalas. Therefore, they say it is Purnavatara. Rama is not. Rama is also Purnavatara. Krishna is also Purnavatara. Now, at this point, Shaunakadi Rishi is asking Sutaji, where and for what reason did this sacred text came into existence? Sri Shuka Maharshi did not stay at one place long time. It is said that how much time required for milking a cow, that much time only Shuka Maharshi stays in one place. But we have heard that Parikshit, son of Abhimanyu, was a man of devotion to Sri Krishna. And how did Shukadev stayed one whole week and narrated Bhagavatam to him? How was that possible? What was the occasion? What is the reason, etc.? Please narrate to us. Now Sutaji answers, once Vedavyasa, partial avatara of Lord Vishnu, sitting on the banks of Saraswati river, who had an insight of the future, edited and made one Veda into 4 Vedas. He had that vision that future generation will not be olden time, the Vedas were one. He saw that people's memory power is going to go. They will not be able to remember. So for our sake, Bhagavan collected and edited and made Vedas into 4. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Vedas. And afterwards, he thought that that is not enough. He brought about Puranas also. 17 Puranas he wrote. And 1 Itihasas. Itihasa means the historical. That is Mahabharata for the future generation. Then he wrote Brahma Sutra also. Brahma Sutras are analysis on the Upanishadic statements to prove the validity of it. There are 555 sutras, and it is the Nyaya Grantha, logically proving the validity of those statements in the Vedas. Then he taught Rigveda to Rishi Paila, Samaveda to Jaimini, Yajurveda was taught to Vaishampayana Rishi, sage Sumantu got Atharva Veda. Romaharshana was given Puranas and Itihasas. But even after doing all this, he was dissatisfied. When he was sitting on the banks of the Saraswati river, thinking that why I feel incomplete, dissatisfied. See, having achieved so much, so even if we write one poem, we keep on telling everybody, yes. And what kind of poem we write? There was a mountain, and the mountain top there was a tree. Under a tree there was a buffalo, and buffalo was dark. Like this is the poem that we write. And we are so proud of it, and we keep on showing to people. Now look at this, Vyasa Bhagavan wrote so much. He never wrote anything in one verse. It is always thousands. See, Bhagavatam itself 18,000. In Bhagavatam itself is going to give you a list. Last 12th canto, it will give you the list of all the Puranas and how many verses are there. You can see something like 500,000 verses he has written in his lifetime. So, think about his capacity. And that person felt incomplete. Did I not do? Oh, did I not? He was thinking, did I not write enough to propitiate the Lord properly? This he was thinking. And at that time, as an answer to this, what you call mental condition, Narada arrived there. Narada asked, and when Mahatmas meet each other, like Narada is a celestial sage and he is meeting Vyasa, they will not exchange words like this. How is your blood pressure? How is your diabetic situation? This kind of question they will not ask. They ask especially, how come you look like one frustrated and grieving after so much of work you have done for the humanity? Because Vyasa's purpose of avatara was to serve the humanity. Maximum help he wanted to give to the humanity to help living a righteous life. That was the purpose of Vyasa. So you have done so much to the humanity, but still you feel empty. Why it is so? Vyasa said, that is what I also don't know. And the cause of it is still unknown to me. Kindly tell me and enlighten me why I am going through this sense of dissatisfaction. Narada replied, saying, you have not adequately described the glory of the Supreme Lord. You have highlighted through your work, like Mahabharata, etc., the fourfold attainment, dharmartha, kama, moksha. But bhakti also you mentioned as a means, not as a goal. Bhakti as parama purushartha. Bhakti itself is moksha. In this way, you have not highlighted bhakti. Therefore, you should give people more than karma, whose results are paltry. And also, while in Mahabharata, you are compassionate towards humanity, you have given concessions. And there are under certain circumstances, you can compromise your values. Especially in Mahabharata, you see Dharmaputra was standing for a personification of Dharma, but he broke the rule, isn't it? He was asked to tell a lie. By whom? By Krishna himself. So therefore, there are certain concessions you have given. At certain point, certain situation, you can compromise the values, etc. So some concession. And these concession, people will take it for granted. They misuse it. Suppose a diabetic patient, a doctor says, once a month you can have a little sugar. Suppose the person is craving for sugar. Diabetic patient always crave for sugar. So he says that if that is the case, once in a month you can take it. Then what happened to this person? That once a month is forgotten, it will become once a day. Then little also forgotten, take enough. Isn't it? So like that, people will forget about the concession, in what circumstances you should compromise. They will forget and they will take it for a rule. So therefore, that is also you have done harm. So Narada was straight to the point. So, so you should give people more than karma and karma phala. Why? Because they are paltry. They are not going to last. You should give them what is the ultimate goal, moksha, which is everlasting. Then he says, he talks about his own story. Narada says, my own story I will tell you. I was born to a servant girl, servant lady, and in our, where we were serving in that family, Mahatma used to come and stay to spend Chaturmasya. At that time, I was a little boy, a 5-year-old boy, and I was serving all these Mahatmas. Then I used to eat whatever they left out, and their uchishta I used to take, and pleasing with me, looking at my mental condition, these Mahatmas, they used to like me and always made me to sit with them and listen to the kathas of Bhagavan. And while they living, they gave me a mantra, mantropadesha also. Then chanting that mantra, I used to meditate upon the Lord. And after some time, my mother also passed away with a snake bite. Then I left the house and went to the forest and started meditating upon the Lord, chanting the mantra of Bhagavan Narayana. And one day, Bhagavan gave darshan, a flash. Not completely. He did not stay and wish me or whatever, nothing. He says, he just gave darshan and disappeared. And I felt so miserable. Then I started crying, oh Lord, you didn't even give me a chance to greet you, to prostrate before you, to respect you, nothing. You disappeared just like that. So then I heard a voice saying that, Narada, this life you are not ready for it. Next life you will be able to see me. So next life I was born to Brahmaji, and with the flute in hand, and I go on singing the glory of Bhagavan. So this is the result of satsanga, and this is the result of Bhagavat Bhakti. So at the end of the cycle, I emerged as son of Brahmaji. As he woke up and playing on his veena, given by the Lord himself, I go about in the world singing his glory. Narada departed, saying these words. Then Vyasa Bhagavan meditate upon the Lord, and in his deep meditation, he had the vision of everything. That Supreme Lord as Karana Purusha, then that Prakriti, Maya, the Adi Maya and Mula Prakriti, his vision, and how the creation emerged, etc., and how it is sustained. All of them, Vyasa had the clear vision. Then he wrote this Bhagavatam for the benefit of the humanity to bless the devotees of the Lord. Then the question is, how did Shuka learn Bhagavatam? Atma Ramascha Muneyaha, even though the sage who delights in his own self. See, people who are Shuka Brahma, it is said, Vairagi. The Shuka Maharshi was natural Vairagi. The sense, he was always reveled in Brahman. So Shuka Brahma, it is said. It was said that he refused to come out of mother's womb. 12 months. Mother was not able to. 12 years, yeah. That's too much. I thought it was 12 months. No, 12 years. Because he was walking afterwards. So, mother was not able to carry him. So, she requested Father Vyasa Bhagavan, please ask your son to come out. So, he addressed the child, Beta, come out. He said, no, I don't want to come out. Once I come out, this Bhagavan's Maya catches me. So, I will forget. That story will come in the 3rd canto. So, how the Jiva enters the womb of the mother, how every month, how it progresses, and finally, 7th month, the Jiva remembers his past and how he prayed to the Lord. All these things will come in the 3rd canto. At that time, I will explain to you. Now it is only a trailer. Okay. So, this Shuka Maharshi said, if I come out, Maya will catch me. Vyasa Bhagavan said, I will bless you. He will not touch you. Maya will not touch you. So, Shuka Maharshi came out and he walked. And this father was so attached to the son, hey beta, aajao. You have to do Chartha Karmas and Asnyabhavita Brahmopadesha, etc. We have to do purification ceremony. What purification ceremony? Nobody answered. Who answered? All the trees and plants, because by the time he became one with the whole universe. So they answered him. So that was the nature of that Shuka Maharshi. How did he learn this Bhagavatam? So Satya Virakta Purusha, how did he happen to learn this Bhagavatam? So Atma Ramascha Muneyaha, even though the sage who delights in his own self, able to love Lord naturally, without expectation. Why? Because this is the quality of Bhagavan's gunas. He learned Bhagavatam from his father to serve the devotees of Lord. So, when Shuka Maharshi went away from Vyasa, Vyasa Bhagavan felt now how to bring him back. So, father wants to bring the child back naturally. So, what he did was he sent his disciple with taking some verses from Bhagavatam. And what was those verses? Those verses describing the beauty of Krishna. When Bhagavan Krishna entered the Vrindavan for what? Rasa Krida. At that time, the beauty of Manmada Manmadaha, he was like 1,000 Kamadev. Such was the beauty of Krishna at that time. So that description, those verses, he selected and sent with the disciple to this Shuka Maharshi. Shuka Maharshi, when she heard these verses, he asked, hey, from where did you get these verses? He said, you come with us, we'll tell you. So he went with them, and oh Lord, it was his father. Father said, "You are the right person to listen to this Bhagavatam, so I will explain to you." So that is how he happened to learn whole Bhagavatam. Now the entire Bhagavatam was taught to Shuka Maharshi, and Shuka Maharshi's memory, you see, he remembered everything. He didn't have any particular, I need notes and all that. He didn't have any notes. And think about the memory. You can see in Bhagavatam how many dynasties are there, how many lineage is there. Everybody's name he remembered. So think about it. But now, continuing the story, so before entering into this Bhagavatam itself, there is a background story. You must have heard Mahabharata story, isn't it? If you have not heard, please go and listen to this serial, isn't it? Otherwise, ask your children, while we are, they will tell you. After the end of the war, when Duryodhana was beaten, falling down on the earth, and waiting for his last day, this Ashwathama, who was the son of Dronacharya, he went and looking at the condition of Duryodhana, he felt miserable. His friend and well-wisher, as he is supposed to be the king, monarch of this country, he is lying down helpless on the ground, waiting for death. The condition when he saw, he was feeling miserable, and he promised that I will bring the head of Pancha Pandavas to you. And he went and entered the shibir of these Pandavas, and instead of Pandavas, he didn't see them. He thought that it was Pandavas. Actually, it was Pandava's sons. Pancha Pandava's sons. 5 sons were sleeping. And while sleeping, he cut off their head and brought to Duryodhana. And Duryodhana, looking at it, he himself regretted it. He said, "What a low-class job you have done. It is unbecoming of a Kshatriya." And, to killing somebody who is sleeping, that is not considered Veeratvam. It is a cowardice. So even Duryodhana condemned that act. So, when Pandavas came and Panchali saw her sons were killed, she was so sad. And then Arjuna, looking at the condition, he promised Draupadi that whoever done this job, I will bring that person's head. So he promising that, then Bhagavan understood it was Ashwathama. And then again Bhagavan Krishna became the charioteer again and drove the chariot, and in such a way that they caught up with Ashwathama. And Ashwathama saw that there is no way to escape from the Arjuna. He shot Brahmastra. And Arjuna didn't know what astra this person has shot. And he asked Bhagavan, "What is this astra that is coming?" He said, "Arjuna, it is Ashwathama who has shot the Brahmastra." The answer to that is another Brahmastra. There is no other answer. And then suppose both of them collide, there will be destruction of the 3 worlds. So that you have, before hitting each other, you have to withdraw both. Why? Because Ashwathama doesn't know how to withdraw it. So Arjuna, what he did was, he shot all right, as listening to Bhagavan Krishna, he withdrew his Brahmastra. Then, by the time Vyasa Bhagavan also came there, he requested Ashwatthama, hey Ashwatthama, you withdraw, because Arjuna has withdrawn it, you also withdraw the astra, otherwise it will destroy the world. Ashwatthama said, I know only to shoot, but I don't know how to withdraw. So that was his problem. So he said, now what to do? You have to do something. Then he said, I can change the direction. Now what did he do? He changed the direction to what? Instead of Pandavas progeny. He directed the astra to Uttara's Garbha. Say, Abhimanyu's wife was Uttara. Uttara had Abhimanyu was son of Arjuna to what you call Subhadra. And this child was in the womb. Abhimanyu died in the battlefield. The child was in the womb. And this Brahmastra went to destroy that. That story, we'll leave it there. Now come back here. Then this Arjuna caught this Ashwatthama and brought to Draupadi. And Draupadi, seeing the condition of the Ashwatthama, looking at him, because he was caught and tied like a dog, like a sacrificial animal, brought in front of Draupadi. Draupadi felt completely different. She said, I know the sorrow caused by the loss of our children. The same sorrow I don't want this Drona's wife to go through. Therefore, please release him. Muchadam, muchadam, muchadam. Please release him, he says. And when Draupadi said this, Draupadi is the one who, because of her insult, she took a vow that I will destroy this Kauravas. And such a ferocious lady. Now you see total change in her mind. He says, I don't want this Drona's wife to weep like me. So therefore, release him, he said. And then Arjuna said, what about my promise? I said, I will bring his head. Now you are telling Muchadam. Then he looked at Bhagavan Krishna. Bhagavan Krishna said, there are two things. He should be killed, because such a heinous fellow, terrible fellow, he should not be spared. But at the same time, remember, he is your Guru's son, so you should respect him also. Now, now what a choice is given. Arjuna thought what to do. And he said, okay. So disfigure him. That is considered supposed to be killing. Dishonor him. See, an honorable person is dishonored, that is considered death. So what they did was they shaved off his hair completely. And then took the money. There was the Chudamani was there. That money was taken out. That was given him health, etc. That also taken and left him. So, then afterwards, this Yudhishthira's coronation, and Bhagavan wanted to leave Indraprastha, not Indraprastha, this Krishna trying to depart. At that time, so many people came. First Kunti came. Yeah, first Uttara came. Uttara came, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin, Devadeva Jigatpate Nanyam, Tudabhayam Vashe Yatra Mrityu Parasparam, Abhidravadi Mamisha, Sarasat Taptayo Vibho, Kamam Dahudumam Natha, Mame Garbho Nibatyatam. So, as Bhagavan was about to leave, Uttara came running saying that, please save me, save me. Pahi Pahi, O Lord, I find no refuge except in Thee when all are engaged in mutual destruction. So, I don't mind dying myself, but my womb is to be protected. Something is burning in my womb. It is as though getting destroyed. Bhagavan understood what this, our Ashwatthama, that directed the Brahmastra towards the womb of Uttara. It is burning the womb of Uttara. Bhagavan entered in the womb of Uttara and protected the child in the womb. And after the effect of the Brahmastra was subsided, then Bhagavan withdrew. And he thought that everything is now okay, I can go now. At that time Kunti came. Kunti is also very beautiful prayers are there. This is where the Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. These are Kunti's words. Namah Pangajanabhaya Namah Pangajamalini Namah Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangraye. Everything Pangaja Pangajaya. That most important, very beautiful verse is that Pipadas Santu Nashashut Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Says, O teacher of all the world, let calamity face me ever, for it is the dangerous situation I remember you the most. So when we are going through difficulties, our prayer becomes very intent, isn't it? Serious. When things are going okay, our prayer will be what? Mechanical, isn't it? But when we are, so she says, give me more trouble so that I remember you always. That is a peculiar prayer. Then, Nato kinchana vitta, namo kinchana vittaya, nivritta gunavrittaye, atma ramaya shantaya, kaivalyapadaye namaha. See, here it is, namaha akinchana vittaya. O Lord, you have no wealth. Now, who is your wealth? The one who has no wealth, that is your wealth. That is a beautiful thing here. Akinchana vittaya, nivritta gunavrittaye, atma ramaya, shantaya, kaivalyapataye namaha. The one who revels in oneself, for him, no wealth is any wealth. So that is the real nature of you. And she says, finally she prayed to Bhagavan, Bhagavan, please bless me to be free from the attachment to my children. This is the one kept me going. It is enough. I have lived enough, seen enough, and I want to get rid of this attachment from my children. Bhagavan blessed her. Now, afterwards, he thought he will go now. When he was about to go, Yudhishthira came. Now, Yudhishthira said, Bhagavan, I am the reason for killing all these people. So, like Arjuna's situation, Yudhishthira had the same situation, depression of mind, after having become the king. Now Bhagavan thought that I can't repeat Gita again. One time I have given out of inspiration, now I can't repeat the same. So he thought, now who will be able to teach the Yudhishthira? So he thought of his devotee. Who was that? Bhishma Pitamaha. Then he took all of them, all Pandavas, Draupadi, etc. All of them went to Kurukshetra, where Bhishma Pitamaha was lying down on the Sarasaya. And Bhishma Pitamaha was waiting for Bhagavan. And with Bhagavan's blessings, Bhishma Pitamaha forgot about all his pain because he was lying down on the arrow bed. So it is not a very comfortable lying down. So Bhagavan's blessing, he forgot all the pain. And then he looked at Bhagavan and requested Bhagavan to stand in front of him. That also with smiling face, not that sorrow face. And then there is a Bhishma Stuti here, very beautiful Stuti. All of them are very beautiful, but it will, if the Stuti itself will take the whole 7 days to explain. But I will tell you a few of them, I will take it. Iti mati rupa kalpita vitrishna bhagavati sattvada pungave vibhumni Susukhamupagate kuchit vihartam prakriti mupe yushi yadbhava prabhavaha. Bhagavan. See the confidence of Bhishma Pitamaha. May my mind freed from every desire. So he has that confidence because of the discipline and tapas. He is free from all desire. May that mind be an offering unto thee. He says, I am offering that mind to you, to thee, the Supreme Lord, now appearing in the form of Sri Krishna as the Yadu clan. But who is in reality? What is your real nature? You are that absolute bliss, Satchidananda Swarupa. And because of his power of Yoga Maya, as a result of which he has come to this world as a human being, taken the form of a human being. What is your real nature? You are that Satchidananda Swarupa, Atma. Tribhuvanagamalam tamalavarnam ravikara gaurava ambaram dadade vapurala kakula vrtananabjam vijayasakhe radirastu me navadya. May I have unfailing, absolute devotion to Krishna, friend of Arjuna, who has an enchanting body of bluish tinge, whose robes of yellow silk brilliant like the rays of the morning sun. Then he says, everybody think that Bhagavan was favoring Pandavas. In fact, I tell you, he was not favoring anybody. In fact, when he was sitting in the chariot, looking at the Kauravas, and when they were diving, he was blessing them. That was the nature. Bhagavan, because Antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. At the last moment you think of me, die, you will come to me. That is what, here they are not even thinking, they are seeing Bhagavan and then dying. So Bhagavan was giving moksha. And when he took a vow, when I heard that he took a vow that I will not take up any arm in the battlefield, then Bhishma said, I also took a vow. What is that? I will break his vow. That was why my vow. Now for my sake, for keeping my vow, Bhagavan, what he did, he broke his vow. That was the greatness of Bhagavan. One day it so happened that he got jumped out of the chariot and picked up a chariot wheel and then ran after me to kill me. And at that time, seeing you, I kept my bow and arrow, said, Bhagavan, kill me. So this was, then Arjuna came and stopped you. That was your greatness. And then you look at this, such a Lord, who is the Lord of the universe, now behaving like a servant to Pandavas. Isn't it? He has become the charioteer of Arjuna and listening to all, instruction from Pandavas, especially Yudhishthira, Rajasuya Yajna time. What was Bhagavan's job? All the sadhus who came, he was the one washing their feet and receiving them. That was the job given to him. Look at this Lord of the universe, whom you have to worship, and he is worshipping everybody. Look at the greatness of bhakti or love. So Bhagavan, Bhakta Parayanaha, he is a devotee of devotee. There is no doubt about it. Like this, he kept on and singing Bhagavan's Bhishma Stuti. He is very famous. Then finally, this Vishnu Sahasranama also, the result of that Bhishma Parva in Mahabharata, it is there. So, looking at Bhagavan, he came out of these 1,000 names. After giving advice to Yudhishthira, Sutva Dharmani Sheshena Pavanani Sarvashaha Yudhishthira Shantanamam Punareva Pivashada. So after giving him advice on Dharma and what is Raja Dharma, Manushya Dharma, and all those dharmas he gave advice, and finally he was waiting for Bhagavan's appearance, and finally he breathed his last. Bhagavan gave him mukti. Then after that, Yudhishthira came back. Now he is freed from all his sorrow. He started ruling the kingdom. And Bhagavan finally thought that, let me go back to Dwarka. I have been away from Dwarka for a long time because of the love of Pandavas. Bhagavan was with them all the time, most of the time. He was very rarely in Dwarka. Now, afterwards, what happened? We'll tell you. Now we have to give a break, right? Okay. So take a break, half an hour. Only half an hour, okay? Don't take too much. Then I will tell you what happens.